Coming up on the next episode. Good evening, YouTube. It's 7:17 now in the PM on this Wednesday. This is the third video I've made, if you're counting. This one is for, he's the master, Steve, who is homesick today. He was questioning the, or I guess not questioning, but I don't think he was familiar with how this was done. So I wanted to point that out to him. These hooks are removable, and that's how they work. There's a 90 degree here, and that's where all the, right now, the way these are, that is where all of the stress is at on this design. And as such, that allows this here to give, and there's not really much holding to it. And so when you put a lot of weight on this part here, which again is also part of the, as you can see, it fits in there like that. And I have a little problem. There it goes. So that goes like that, and that allows this front to tilt down, which is what it's doing. And there's nothing holding it here. Well, now what I've done, and I had this in mind to begin with, is I've glued this, and these are glued. So now all your basically all your weight is on this, and because this is solid here, I mean there is some stress, but this is a much stronger thing than nothing holding that to it, and there is glue down here as well. So that should be a much better situation, I think. So I'm letting these dry overnight, these ones that have been glued, and then we'll try them out tomorrow. And if that works all right, I will go ahead and glue these as well. But like I said, these were never really designed for this. In fact, I came up with this design from another design that was nothing near like this, and I increased the shaft size here, so that it would, it was originally only one space, and now I had to make it two so I could get it like I wanted it. But so that works out okay. But then again, like I said, I had always planned on gluing these. I just wanted to see how bad they would be, and actually they're not that bad. But you know, the glue does help a lot, or will help a lot, I think. And so that will be that. That's all I need to do on those. So Steve, there you go. Like I said, that should fix the problem, I think. As you can see, the stress point does change from one corner there down to the top of it, and that puts the not stress, but the weight of it, you know, on that hook more so than on that elbow. So that should work. All this stuff, that designing on this plastic stuff, is kind of a trial and error type thing. Again, like I said, this was not designed to do this. I mean, in other words, when I came up with this was all my design, and these hooks are from another project that used something similar to that. And I can't remember. Oh, it was these the original nut drivers that was that had 7. In other words, they were just one long thing with 7 holes in it, and that's what it was for. Now it didn't have half of the, you know, the front of that would have been cut off, so that weight wouldn't have been nowhere near as bad. And these weren't as long either, because the what do you call it, was only about half as thick. So, like I said, that's I just adapted those because I liked the way those fit in there, and I thought, man, that would be cool if I could just fit those in there like that. And like I said, I knew I was going to have to probably glue them anyway, so that was my plan all along. And like I said, that makes a big difference, or it does to me anyway. So that's what we're going to do. So there you go. I'm not sure what else I'm doing, if I'm doing anything. I've got this little mess going on now because of all the nut drivers out of the holders, and I really don't want to put that back in until in the morning, sometime tomorrow, and give it a little while to set up for certain. Now this is not a PVC, but I did use this PVC cement on it. This is for PVC, CPVC, and ABS. It doesn't say PLA, obviously, but I think it's close enough. I think it'll work. And if it doesn't, that's not a big deal either. I can print more of those up. But I did buy glue for this, specifically for this. I can't find it. You guys know how I am losing things, so that's what happened there. So that's the situation on that. Trying to kind of decide on how to proceed on this. Well, not that. I've done lost that now. My little signal tracer project thing. I don't know where it went, but it's here somewhere. How the best way to proceed on it as far as how to set it up and test it, things like that. So once I come up with that, I'll be doing that. Also, I want to work on the MFP again, like I said earlier in my video, and get that going again. And maybe get 2 or 3 projects going at once. So that's going to do me. Like I said, I made a couple short videos today, but that's okay. You know, just things that has to be done. And things I'm doing. So, I don't know. Let me show. This is for John Sweeta. This part of it. Let me see if I can show you this, John. I'm not sure that you understood how this works. But this part here on the you were talking about splitting something. This part here does go all the way up and all the way down. This is all the way up and all the way down. So that moves fine, and it covers, like I said, from top to bottom. Z-axis, whatever you want to call it. X and Y is covered by the, obviously that way and this way. And so I've got the whole bench covered. It's all covered with this one device. Plus, there's also the fact that you can turn this any way you want, including a 90-degree that way, and you know, you get any kind of thing you want with that. So that's another way that it can turn. So, you know, there's just almost an infinite possibility with that on how it can be used. And that's why I designed it that way. So that's good. So anywho, that's that. And like I said, there's our MFP again. I don't know. That I've had a couple of thoughts on that, on what I want to do with that. And I've already put that back in the box. I was going to get it out and see how big it was. But I think it's big enough to where I can put it here like this and come up to about there, and that gives me a little more space at the top for that meter, and that's what I'm going to need, I think. So I'm pretty sure I've got to yet cut this out, get that cut out a little bit better for the DMM, and get that done, because I made that 3D printed spacer, so that's going to go in there, and that will allow me to, you know, have a bigger space in there to let that go through. So that's all been done. So, all right, I'm up to 8 minutes and something here already. So I'm going to get off here, and I probably won't come back with you again until maybe Friday. Maybe do a Friday flap this week. It will be probably out in the car, because the weather has improved such that I may be able to get out in the car and do it. And it won't be live, I can tell you that. But so we'll probably see you then. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.